live. Yeah, we going live. Hey, we going live. Yeah, we going live. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
So 2 weeks in a row, mental health moment.
Yeah.
we didn't want you guys to think that like that was something that we introduced and was just moving away from.
No.
Honestly, like these stories come when they come, but we want to make sure we highlight them when they come.
Yeah.
We don't want to force it, you know.
Yeah.
So Hayden Hurst.
We've been trying to do this one for a while.
Yeah.
We've been pushing it back, but no.
Yeah. We got to get him at Hayden Hurst.
Yeah.
And his suicide attempt.
Yeah. This young man, so he plays tight end for the Falcons right now. Mm-hmm. He played for the Ravens, actually, I think, and he was traded to the Falcons. But why are we Ravens talking so much today? Anyway, at least it's not those other people that we won't mention.
Right.
But
True talk.
Yeah. So he actually was a baseball star. Mm-hmm. And like really good baseball player. Something happened to him physically that kind of took he was a pitcher, and it took his ability to pitch away from him. Uh-huh. And he didn't recognize it initially, and so what was a promising, probably baseball career had a sudden ending. Mm-hmm. And that transition for him was hard.
Yeah.
And so I think that's when he talks about, like, it's almost like, it's weird because he talks about his suicide attempt almost like he wasn't even, it was an out-of-body experience for him. Yeah. Because he doesn't talk about the actual feelings and where he was and how he did it. He talks about how he woke up in the hospital, chained to a bed, where he had tried to cut his wrists. Mm-hmm. And his parents not even able to, like, really even come in. And, like, he said he could see them, but they couldn't talk to him. Like, it was just so weird. But his perseverance to come back from that.
Yeah. And
go on to become clearly a very good football player is commendable.
Yeah.
Because this is why we do what we do. This is why Field to the Real exists. Because the reason where he was at that very moment when he thought the sport for him was over. Mm-hmm. To the point that you would say, well, I don't have a reason to be here anymore. Yeah. We don't want anybody to ever feel that way. Ever. You are more than the sport that you play. And so we always, that is why we do what we do. We want you to be prepared. So, you know, situations like this happen all the time. And so we want these athletes, whether they're college, high school, professional, whenever the time is over, whenever your playing time is over, to be well prepared for what's next. And not to be in this space where you feel like you got to take your own life. And so thank God that Hayden Hurst, God saw fit for it not to be his time to go. Yeah. And he had, not only did he need him for the reasons of, you know, being able to go forth and play football, but to be able to share his story.
Yeah.
And so that's why I thought the reason, first time I wanted us to talk about him was right after Dak Prescott's brother committed suicide. Mm-hmm. And that's when they played, that was kind of close to when they played the Falcons. Mm-hmm. I think it had happened a couple of weeks prior to that. And he, there's a picture of Hayden Hurst and Dak Prescott in the middle of the field, because Hayden is being a comfort to him in a time and understanding what he's, you know what I mean, understanding the feelings that he might be having just because he was his brother.
He was there.
Yeah, he's been there. So it's just, I don't know. It was a good. To me, it was a great opportunity to mention. I think what we talk about a lot of times is, you know, people being depressed or feeling anxiety or stress, and how they deal with those things. And sometimes they don't deal with them well, and sometimes they do. But this is the extreme that we never want to see anybody get to.
At all.
Ever. And so please, I wish, you know what, when you post this, can you make sure you put on here something about the suicide helpline?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll make sure I put it, you know.
Yeah, because nobody should feel like that's all the option that they have.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay.
Shout out to him for, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't see it in there, but I assume that he sought help.
Well, he was put in an institution because he was, so he had to get help.
You know, he certainly had to have gotten help.
Had to have gotten help, yeah. And I'm sure he's continued to get help.
Hopefully he continued.
Yeah.
So,
and then just to be so forthright with your own story, like this, nobody would have had to ever notice if you didn't share.
Right. And people need
nobody would have known. Yeah.
People need it.
And so, so I'm glad that he shared his truth, and I hope that it helps somebody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, on to the real.
Yeah.
So, seeing Ryan Shazier, who was a linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers, came out of Michigan State, if I remember correctly. Seeing his injury really did something to me, you know. During that time, I was really, really rooting hard for the Bengals. But, and you know, they had those back and forths, you know, all of those years in the playoffs, or to see who's going to the playoffs.
Yep.
But when I saw him go down, it really just, you know, stirred something in me, you know. But to see,
every time I think about it,
to see where he's come from, after that injury, and
because they didn't think he would walk again.
They did not think he would walk again. So to be able to walk, and I understand that he may not play football again.
Yeah,
he probably won't play football.
He won't. Yeah.
But the fact that he can walk and he has mobility, like.
If you have, I know we have people who listen who are not that, you know, not that diehard sports fan. If you can stand it, just go look it up.
Yeah.
Ryan Shazier injury.
Yeah.
Just go look. It's just like what you'll understand why we're talking the way we are if you go see what happened to this man.
So, and when someone gets an injury like this, you know, obviously there's a long recovery, and they have to do all that they can do to get back. But in the middle of that, to say, you know what, I'm going to start a nonprofit for people with spinal cord injuries, because that's what he had.
Yeah.
To be that selfless, to say, okay, I'm dealing with this and I'm fighting to be able to even walk again.
Right.
But I want to help people who may be going through the same thing. Hats off to you, Mr. Shazier.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love this guy's spirit, because not only was he like his spine, like literally, y'all, his life was in jeopardy. we're not just talking about him not being able to walk again. Like, his life was in jeopardy.
Right.
And for him to come back and walk again, and then I think I cried when I saw him on the sideline for the Steelers with his jersey on. He didn't have on he wasn't fully, he just had his jersey on, and he was there rooting them on like nothing ever happened, and just seeing him be such a good sport and have such a good spirit. I mean, we just got you talking about, like, when it's over, when, especially an unexpected thing like this, the man was a beast on the field. Like, let's be clear. Like, he wasn't no slouch. He was a beast on the field. So to see your career cut short in this way, we just got you talking about how that could have gone for him, how you could feel. Hayden Hurst tells us how you could go. But he has been so positive and has been such a, just a force. And I say this all the time, people always seem to, and no knock, it's not a bad thing, but people definitely seem to have more empathy and find it more important to support what they've been through.
Right.
And so for him to start the Ron Shazier Fund for spinal rehabilitation is amazing.
Yeah.
And this is something that's not what you typically hear, but I imagine it'll be a lot of more sports people than we would think that are going to be the ones that will, benefit from. I'm sure there's research in here that's happening to try to help people to, and as well as, if I'm for people who are not blessed to have the medical attention and have the ability to have the type of services he received, that they'll be providing them with what they need in order to get better as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So shout out to him for, not just not giving up, because that would have been enough of an applause in itself, but to be so selfless to say that we're going to help folks who may be dealing with the same issues.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I got to say, I'm sorry, I just read this little thing. He said he did retire earlier this year, by the way.
Okay. I didn't see that. Okay.
He officially retired from football, but so his injury was in 2017. He was told that he had a 20% chance to walk again. But he not only walked, but 2 years ago, he danced with his wife at their wedding. So 2 years ago, y'all, that means a year after suffering the injury, he was dancing with his wife.
Amazing.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Feel good final thought? We got 2 today.
Yeah. But they kind of similar.
They're similar in the in that we're talking about giving, especially when it's day like today.
Right.
But let's start with Jalen Ramsey. So Jalen Ramsey in the LA area, because he is a cornerback for the LA Rams. He bought $20K worth of gift cards to be given away in LA during Thanksgiving. And that's $20K of his own money. Not like he raised the money.
No.
$20K of his own money.
Yeah.
And that's
awesome. How you use a platform.
That's how you use a platform. That's how you use these millions of dollars.
That's right. What you
know what I'm saying? That you've been given.
That's right.
And certainly you want to use your influence and stuff as well too.
That's right.
But, to just step up in that time, especially for a city that you're representing. Like,
and knowing where we are in this pandemic.
Right.
And so many people, 230, I can't even remember how many people, 278? I can't remember. But either way, like, it's ridiculous the number of people who have passed from this virus. But then on top of that, so you're talking about families who might have, lost somebody who was their main source of income. Mm-hmm. Like, you just don't know. Or people who've lost their jobs. So there's so many people in need right now. So to do something like this was, I think, just like you said, hats off, sir.
Yeah.
Hats off, sir. For sure. Yes.
All right. Your GOAT?
My GOAT.
Your GOAT. Mm-hmm. He donated $2 million of the proceeds from The Last Dance to Feeding America. So there were a lot of cynical people. You know how I feel about my GOAT and his philanthropy. Yes. There were a lot of cynical people, and I won't even mention the stuff that they were saying about this story. But the fact that Michael Jordan has been stepping up in the way that he has in the last few years is commendable. You know,
absolutely.
I feel like he understands his legend. He understands his legacy, and like it's in him. You know what I'm saying? So he's been, you know, first of all, let me say that a lot of the things that he's done over the years, even during the years that he was playing, probably got overshadowed.
And he didn't do it with the intent for people to know.
For people, right?
He did not. He no.
And so that's unfortunate that it's been kind of, I don't know if I would say politicized in a way.
Yeah.
I think politicized is the right word.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's doing these things unprovoked without, you know, the idea of, hey, let me get a headline for this.
No, I know that's not it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because I mean, and you're in Charlotte, you know that he's done so many different things for the city of Charlotte without a press briefing or a,
exactly.
You know,
exactly.
So, shout out to your GOAT. And you know, obviously,
look, I know you hate to say it, but
no, really. I mean, I think credit, like, regardless of how I feel about the debate between who's better and this, that, and the third, like anybody supporting just people, not even anybody supporting people and people who are in need, I'm behind that 120%.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that's 20 extra %, but
that's okay. We'll say we need it all. Like, no, that's real. No, you know how I feel about Michael Jordan as a basketball player. Mm-hmm. But like you said, I'm glad that people are seeing. I feel like he felt like he needed to be more public with the things that he was doing in a time like this. Because he has been doing so much all along. It's just been, I don't need everybody to know, but I feel like the pressure of people feeling like he wasn't a good person has kind of, you know, he needed to make his image look better. So it's not that the things he was doing was to help him, but it was just, now y'all can see it. I've been doing these things.
I've been doing it. Like, all right, now let me show you now, because y'all walking around
y'all
here.
Don't believe me? This is what I've been doing all along. Fine. You need to see it. Here it is. Like, because I think they just
stick to that whole Republicans buy sneakers thing too, with, you know, without truly understanding the things that I've done behind the scenes. So let me show y'all.
Let me show you. And, because he just opened clinic number 2 here.
Right. Yeah. Amazing.
So, all right.
All right. Show picks. What you watching?
So, I love this man.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle is just, I don't know another way to say it. Like, he's just, I don't know what to say. It's refreshing to me.
Yeah.
For someone to be a celebrity and so honest.
thoughtful,
and real,
reflective,
and genuine,
honest,
and just he is such a genuine dude.
Yeah.
And he gives no F's either about how somebody perceives the things that he says.
Right.
And I don't always agree with everything he's saying, but it doesn't. I'm appreciative of the fact that he's willing to say them.
Yes. Yeah.
And so he just did. I don't know. Was it like 15 minutes? Maybe?
Almost 20.
Okay. What's the name of it?
Unforgiven.
Unforgiven.
Yeah.
He just did a 20-minute set called Unforgiven. And it's already had the impact that he wanted.
It truly has.
It's already had the impact that he wanted. But I don't know. I just love this dude. So that's my show pick. If you haven't seen it, like, it's 20 minutes.
You
Go
gotta
watch
check it out. And if you're looking for like a bunch of funny jokes,
no,
like this isn't that, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but I feel like you and I had a conversation about this. Like, I feel like he's becoming more of an orator.
Yeah.
In the vein of a James Baldwin.
Yeah.
Right. You know.
Yeah.
Because the fight that he's fighting and the things that he's talking about go beyond comedy.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you know, I won't spoil it, but what he went into, if you are a creator, if you are an artist, you 100% need to watch this. You need to watch it anyway, regardless of what you are.
Yeah.
But if you are a creative, you are an artist, you need to watch this.
Yeah.
That was going to be mine. But as soon as I saw it up there, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to talk about it when I'm going to talk about it when you talk about it. It was that impactful for me.
It was. I literally I sat for probably about 10 minutes after it went off, just kind of just going over everything, like digesting it. You know what I mean? Like, it took me that long afterwards, just sitting there like, man, like, wow. Right. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, like, wow. And I will tell you, I'm going to tell you my first, I'm glad I hadn't started watching it.
Why? Oh, you talking about Chappelle Show?
Yes.
I started, right? And I'm glad that they took it down, right? And I wasn't finished. I didn't finish it. And I certainly won't go to any other platform that has it to finish it. I just won't watch it. I'll just watch his stuff that's on Netflix that he is getting paid for. And so, you know, you and I have had plenty of conversations about business and intellectual property. And so you know how something like this was impactful for me. You know? Oh, yeah.
No, this hurt him. Like, he's not, Dave Chappelle is not the type of person that he might not have even ingested it this way, but that hurt him. Yeah. Like, that was most impactful to him, that we are, because the person he is, if he didn't care, he wouldn't be talking about it. But the fact that this long after it happened and you're still having conversation about it, that was impactful. That hurt you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That hurt you. Mm-hmm. So, y'all just watch it. We're going to stop talking about it because we're going to be done talking about the whole thing. We talk around it as much as we can.
So my show pick for this week is a movie on Netflix called Jingle. Yeah. And if you are into Christmas movies, and this is a very unconventional Christmas movie,
it is very
two of them. If you're into them, this is the movie for you. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Forrest Whitaker. I'm a huge fan of Anika Noni Rose. Yeah. Huge fan. Yeah. But certainly, like, check this movie out. It's a really good movie if you're looking for something that has like that Christmas like feel to it. So
And your kids will love it. Listen, we had our Zoom Thanksgiving today, and Boss Baby was like, "Have you seen Jingle Jangle?" I was like, I said yes. She was like, "Yeah," and then her aunt was like, "I haven't seen it yet. Don't talk about it." And she was like, "Well, you got to watch it so we can get back on a Zoom call and talk." I was like, "This."
Oh my God, I love her.
Okay. Listen, Boss Baby is hilarious. I love it. So yeah. So this is. I say that to say, no matter what age you are, like you can get something out of it. For sure. Yeah.
We at the end of another one. 88. Even though I try to throw us back.
Take us back, like
what was I thinking?
Yeah. No.
Nah. But we truly appreciate you guys. Episode 88. We're getting really close to 100. If you guys would please continue to interact with us on IG. We truly appreciate it. We've seen the love, you guys liking the videos, you checking the videos out. We truly appreciate it. But for those of you who don't know our Instagram handle, it's at @field2 the real podcast.
Don't look at my stuff because I'm always wrong.
What stuff?
When I put it, I told you I sent you that tip. Like I have got to get this together. Like
because we've done two different things. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult.
Oh no, I got to do better. Period.
Yeah. Nah.
But go ahead. Sorry.
It's at @field2 the real podcast on Instagram. On Twitter, it's at @field2 the real P1. Field @2 the real P1. Certainly, if you guys want to offer us some feedback, if you want to be a part of a show, if you want to offer us some advice, some topics, shoot us an email, or you can jump in our DMs in either one of those other platforms, Twitter or Instagram. But if you want to send us an email, it's at fieldtotherealpodcast@gmail.com. And please go to our Facebook. It's Facebook. We do have a Facebook page. Go to our Facebook page, and interact with us there.
Follow.
Certainly, follow us. Go to our YouTube page to subscribe, like, share, comment, and just interact with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we put out content.
Jesus, a lot of content.
A lot.
87 episodes worth of content.
Worth of content. You know what I'm saying? And another one on the way. So we certainly appreciate y'all. Like I know we say that every episode and it sounds like something cute to say, like, oh, we appreciate y'all. But we truly, like, the feedback is invigorating. It makes me want to continue to push and work harder.
Yes, absolutely.
We truly appreciate you guys. We love y'all. Peace.
Now put the cameras on me. 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 Put the cameras on me.